So our language has two kinds of operators. The first one, which I'm going to explain in this video, are the logical operators. Other than that, there are arithmetic operators which operate on numerical values. But as far as logical operators are concerned, logical operators are mainly operated on perform operations on Boolean values or logical expressions, and I'll explain different kinds of logical operators during the course of this video. So let's start with some of the expressions which I've already written just to save a bit of time, and here is the first set of expressions which I've just highlighted. So these all of these are can be termed as logical expressions, and if you see closely, they have different kinds of logical operators. So the first one is a greater than operator. Now this operator is performing operation on these two values, which in the context of these expressions can be termed as operands. So the first operand is 10 and the second operand is 5. And what this logical operator is trying to do is that it is trying to compare these two operands, and once we'll give this expression to R would evaluate this expression and give us a result in the form of a Boolean value, which can be a true or a false depending on the operands we are providing. So in the case of this first statement, I'll just quickly execute this first statement, and you can see that it has returned a true, meaning that 10 is definitely greater than 5, and what we expect in the next statement is a similar kind of output. And now the second expression, in which we are also expecting a true output, we have this operator called greater than or equal to. So 10 is definitely greater than 5, so it will return true because it has a greater than symbol. But even if we have something equivalent to 10, we would have still the same output. So if we execute this statement, we'll see true as an output, but just to ensure that if we have something equivalent to the operand on the left hand side, what would happen, and we'll see that in the case of 10 on the right hand side, we are also receiving 10 as our return value. If we have something greater than 10 on the right hand side, then of course we'll get a false, because 10 greater than or equal to 11 should return false, because that's a false expression. So other than these two, we have less than and less than equal to operators, which work pretty much in the same way as greater than or greater than equal to, and we can see that we are receiving false as a return value in both these cases, because 10 is not less than 5, and less than or equal to, in case of less than or equal to, we should be having a false as an output, because that's not true. Now if I show you these two statements, the first one should be false because this operator is comparing regarding equality. So when you provide this operator, basically what it does is that it tries to compare these two operands and then see if both these operands are same, it returns true, otherwise it returns false. Now both these operands, we know that they are not equal, so this expression should return a false, whereas this expression should return a true, because this operator suggests a not equal to operator, and we can clearly see that 10 is not equal to 5. So in this case, we should be receiving a true. So let's quickly run these two statements, and we can see that we are having false as the first output and true as the second output. Apart from this set of expressions, we have three other logical operators. One is logical NOT, the other is logical OR, and then there's another one, logical AND. So logical NOT operator takes a logical expression or Boolean value, which can be true or false, and then tries to invert the result of logical expression or the Boolean value. So let's consider this first case for now. And in this first case, we have a logical expression which is trying to evaluate if 5 is actually equal to the right hand side operand, which is also 5. Now we know that this expression would result in a true, and when this logical operator will receive that true, it will try to invert that true Boolean value and give us false as an output, because it tries to invert it'll try to invert that Boolean value. This is very much self-explanatory. We are giving true as a Boolean value to this logical NOT operator, and we would expect it to invert and set and return a false as an output. Whereas in the third case, this expression should return true as an output. So let's quickly run. Let me first clear this console. You can use a shortcut key, Control L, to clear console. Just click in console, Control L, and it'll clear your console. And now I will quickly run these three statements and see if we are getting the desired output. So in the case of the first one, okay, I think we've got a bit of a problem not being able to run properly. Let me just pause and see what's the problem, and then I'll resume the video. Okay, let me try to run it again. I've selected these three statements, and you can see that I'm getting false as a result of first expression, false again. It is tried to invert true to false, and it is tried to invert false to true. So that's the results of the logical NOT expression. So logical OR expression tries to do something very simple. It tries to so this is the logical OR operator. It tries to operate on a couple of logical expressions or Boolean values. So in the case of first statement, we can see that the logical OR operator is trying to operate on two logical expressions, and it basically returns a true if any of these expression is true. If both of these expressions are false, then it will return a false. But as long as we have only one expression, at least one expression which is a true, it will return a true. So we can quickly run this statement and we'll see that it will return us a true, because we know that the first expression is true. The second expression is false, but it doesn't matter because it would return a true as long as at least one of these expressions is true. You can also use this operator on Boolean values, and the same kind of result will be returned, because one of the Boolean values is a true, so it will return true. Now because I'm running out of time, I'll try to cover this logical AND operator in the next video. It shouldn't take too long time, but just because I'm running out of time, I'll create another video for that.